Other questions? Sure, go ahead.
Colton Hall from News Center 1. Kind of a two-part question here. Number one, what does this kind of mean for future processing companies coming to this side of the state? Is it kind of serving a bigger need in terms of filling that need, I guess? And then also number two, could we see more businesses like this come to the western part of the state?
Yeah, I think what this program says to the rest of the country is that South Dakota is willing to partner with them to create a business in this state that supports our local industry, our number one industry. The grant program was $5 million. I think Hunter said we had over $35 million worth of requests. So I'm hopeful that this is something we can continue and get the legislature's support for into the future, but that's why we're also pursuing the CIS program, is to allow these processors to add value to the products and be able to sell them across state lines too, so other people in other states can enjoy that. We've also partnered with our technical schools to get more people trained to fill the workforce needs that Randy and Karen have told us all about today, so that we actually get people here who want to get a higher skill level to get that higher paying job and be in a business like this, that we're facilitating that here in South Dakota. So I would say across the country, we're doing things here that other states aren't doing. We're being innovative, we're partnering with businesses to help them grow and capitalize on this challenging year we faced, turning it into an opportunity to grow their business, keep their families here, and be much more successful.
So, as we know, this is a nationwide supply line issue, and it is affecting specifically South Dakota as well. There are other states like Missouri giving out $20 million and Oregon giving out $10 million in grant programs as well. So is there hope that with this program, we can kind of keep things competitive among other states that have like sort of agriculture industries?
I don't know if it's competitive. I just think everybody learned the same lesson that we saw here, is that a diversified supply chain is better for the country. It's better for the people that live here. You buy everything from one store and that store gets a hiccup or their computer system goes down from a hack, then you've stopped the complete flow of products that consumers need on a daily basis. So diversifying the industry makes sense. It keeps more competition out there, cheaper prices for families to keep food on the table, and it also helps businesses be more successful and invest in themselves. Yep.
What kind of need is there for more, I guess, like packers and communities all over the place?
I don't want any more packers. I'm sick of packers.
Yeah.
In fact, I think packers are stealing from our producers. So this kind of opportunity to process our beef in more facilities takes the power away from them to manipulate our markets.
How many more, I guess, are needed? What would be ideal, I suppose?
I don't know if there's an ideal number, but we have a lot of head of cattle in this state. A lot of hogs are raised here. We have the ability to produce even more. We're not even close to touching the surface of what we could have and host here in the state for processing. So this is a drop in the bucket, but it's a start, and I think we can prove that it works, and it is something that the people will be able to see is necessary and beneficial to their way of life, and it'll inspire us to do even more.
And then what's standing in the way of this CIS? Like what comes next in terms of making that happen?
Well, CIS required us to apply to the federal government, to USDA, to form this partnership. So as soon as we learned of the program, we started that process. And to get this agreement in place with USDA, many times our state-owned facilities and processing facilities are held to even higher standards than the federal, inspected facilities are. So we knew that we did a fantastic job in our state-inspected facilities. We also knew that our hands were tied. If something is processed in a state facility, it couldn't be marketed across state lines. By participating in CIS, it says now those state-inspected facilities can market anywhere in the country if we have this agreement with USDA. So we're getting close to the finish line on that, and that'll be stood up soon. Which, Randy talked a little bit today about what that means for him. He was excited to hear that we're going to get that done, because then now he can sell his products that have been processed in his facility in Clark, South Dakota, not just in South Dakota. He can sell them anywhere in the country. Whole new market for him.